Hey everybody, this is Steve Wick from Beaver Lake, Nebraska. I'm a distributor with Advocare, and thanks for jumping on here to hear a little bit more about the great company and the great products that we have. I'm going to just click over here and share some things with you guys. And I guess before I do that, I'll tell you that my wife and I have been doing this Advocare for 17 years, and we just love it. And there's some questions that I had in the beginning. I just want to clarify those questions for you guys because most people have the same questions. One is, are these products safe? Two is, do they work? And three is, if they work so well, is there an opportunity for me to make money? And then the fourth thing that people want to know is, if I do that, are you going to help me? And the fifth thing is, what's my timing? So I'm going to cover that stuff, whether you're here for the products or if you're here to hear about earning extra income. Just stay right to the end because I'm going to give you four options of how you can get started if that's a choice for you. So just hang with me right here and I will click this over. Here we go. So here's a little bit about the company's history. We've been around since 1993, so 24 years Advocare's been in business, and that's exciting because we're not just trying to figure things out. It is figured out, and the products work each and every time. And like I said, Jill and I have been with the company for over 17 years. One of the things that I looked at immediately was, is this stuff safe? And here's our SciMed board. You guys can look at this on the website from the person who invited you on to here, or it's in our Impact magazine. But I just want to highlight the top one there, Stanley Dudrick. He invented TPN, which is intravenous feeding. So premature babies, people on life support, people that can't eat to get their nutrition, he invented how to get them the nutrition through the IV. And he's on our board, so all we have to do is put it in our body, and it absorbs into where it is needed with some of his science. And Dr. William Kramer down there at the bottom on the left-hand side, or at least it is on my screen, you know, that guy, he's a sports guru. He is at Ohio State doing research on sports nutrition and making sure that it is safe and also at the same time very effective. So those are some things that we looked at as the science behind it. Jill wanted to get on some products and lose some weight after having our third child. We had twins, and then 17 months later had a third one, which is not a recommendation. But, you know, we were struggling with energy because the kids had it all. So I got on Spark, and that is one of our, well, it is a top selling product. And I immediately became happy. And Happier Steve's a way better Steve to be around. And then Jill got on our M&S product, which is our number 2 selling product. And she lost 4 pounds the first 6 days. So that got our attention, but we knew first and foremost that this stuff is going to be safe. So here's what you should know. Here's one of the reasons why it's safe. We test these products by a third-party company for over 200 banned substances. So that is a real big expense for the company, but it is real important to go ahead and spend that money to make sure, because we're the only nutrition company that I know of that has never had a failed drug test in the company's history. And that is Olympic athletes, NFL athletes, all pro athletes, amateur athletes, a lot of people. So there's a great thing to know, that just rest assured that this is safe. Does it work? I mean, why would these people use it? That's one of the things that brought me onto this. I was a high school wrestling coach over in Iowa, and I saw the Olympic wrestling team using Advocare, so I knew it has to be safer. How could they pass a drug test? And then I saw guys like right here with Drew Brees. He's our national spokesperson. Drew does things right when nobody's looking. So he was going to make sure that he's going to hang his hat with a company that is right on. Jason Witten's the same type of guy with the Dallas Cowboys. Rich Froning's the 4-time fittest man in the world of CrossFit. And he's endorsing our products. And the great thing about our endorsers, they don't get paid. They are true endorsers. They are taking the products because they work and they're safe. And then you look at some of our sponsorships down there at the bottom, right there in the middle of the Texas Bowl. That's a big thing. We're the only nutrition company in the world that has a bowl game. And the NASCAR. I mean, there's a lot of people that watch NASCAR. Those guys are in that car for 3 hours, and it's just beating them up. So performance products are important. And then the one on the left there, That was my favorite this year because Advocare was all over the stadiums, all over the field. And Alabama and USC were playing, and so a lot of people were watching that. So the company's doing things like that to help us share in the marketplace that, hey, Advocare's for real. So let's talk about you. Are you here for wellness? Because we have some great products. We have about 70 different products, and you guys can, and the next slide is going to actually show you some of them, but you can go to the website of the person who put you on this webinar and click shop. That's where the products are. And you can go through and kind of find some things that you want. Better thing to do is to follow up with the person that put you on here if they haven't followed up with you beforehand, and ask them, hey, do you have something for this? Or I need a result for this. You know, whatever your result that you need, we can target a product to help you get that. Maybe you're here to hear about finances. You know, for Jill and I, we needed finances. We needed $300 a month for diapers. And, you know, we made $900 our first 9 days. So that got my attention on what this company could do for us. And maybe here for time flexibility. Maybe you make a ton of money, but you don't have any time to enjoy it. You don't have time to spend with your family with it. You don't have time to go on a vacation with them. So maybe you're here for the time part of it. So you have to kind of figure out through this, you know, what you're looking for. But let's talk about some products. We have 4 product lines. Trim is weight loss and weight management. That's where some of our products for our 24-day challenge, which you may have heard of, which is a great place to start. And some of those products are also in the well line, and then some of those products are also in the active line. So the 24-day challenge is a group of several different products. But the trim line, it does just that. It helps maintain and helps people lose weight. The active line, you know, that's the energy, that's Spark, that's B16, which is caffeine-free energy. It's Slam, which is a little energy shot, which I love. It's bars, it's things like that. And then Well, probably the most overlooked place. If you have something that is bothering you, that would be probably a great place to look. You know, do you have joint pain? Do you have a digestive issue? There's lots of things that nutrition can help you with those things. So take a look in there too. And then Performance Elite, that's our sports performance products. They are top notch. They have gotten so many great reviews from the professional, the Olympic, the amateur athletes, and they're safe, and that's what's really important. So take a look at that, and then come to a conclusion. What do you want? You know, do you want to be a retail customer? Just let the person who put you on here know. They're not going to try to bug you. If they do, get a hold of me, and I'll tell them, hey, stop doing that, because we don't want to be that kind of company. We want people to join us where they feel comfortable. So you can buy it directly from their website as a retail customer. I don't recommend that. Why spend more money that you don't have to? Because you can buy the exact same products at option 2 here, preferred customer. It's $19.95. You get a free box of Spark. Once you order, you're going to get a free box of Spark with that. You get 20% off immediately. You can get up to 30% depending on how much you purchase, and you can talk to who put you on here about that. But you get to buy what you want, when you want, no questions asked, no auto ship. You're a customer. You're buying at a discount directly from the company, and you don't ever have to exchange money with your friend, and they never have to find you to deliver the product. So that's a great option for people. And then there's a distributor. That's $59.95. You get a 20 to 40% discount, and you get $50 worth of stuff included, like a shaker bottle for your products. There's sample products of Spark, Rehydrate, our meal replacement shakes. There's an Impact magazine in there with stories. And some people do that and they still don't distribute. And that's fine. You don't have to. There's no minimums. So that's a great option for somebody that maybe wants a higher discount, or, you know, their neighbor deserves to feel this good too, or their mom deserves to feel this good, and they're going to try to maybe help a few people and treat it like a hobby. And then Advisor, the 4th way to get involved, that's what we did. It's $2,000 worth of product. Don't let that scare you. It's $1,400 out of pocket. I know that's a lot. I didn't have it either. I put it on a credit card knowing that the company would give me a whole year to send this stuff back. If I couldn't move it and we didn't want it anymore, no questions asked, send it back, you're out, nothing. My fear was, what am I going to do? Because at age 30, I was completely broke. And if I didn't do something different, I was going to be completely broke, probably broker at 35 years old. So I looked at this as a way, here's a chance, let's take it. And it's guaranteed. So it's not like me buying a mowing service and me not liking doing that and having all this equipment with I don't know what to do with. So this is a great option for people that want to maybe build a plan B income. Maybe you don't like what you do for a living, and boy, if you didn't have to go there, you wouldn't. That was my thinking, because 1 year into this, we used Advocare's Debt Buster program, and we paid off $25,000 worth of debt. And that's when I took my kids out of daycare. And I became a full-time dad. I was a PE teacher before. I was a PE teacher of 3 now. And it was awesome. My kids thought I owned the park because there wasn't anybody else there on a Wednesday afternoon. They were all at daycare or, at school or whatever. So that was great for us. And then 3 years into us, this turned into a 6-figure income for us by helping other people. And, there's so many people out there that want what Advocare has, whether it be the health or the finances. And then now, I mean, we're living life on our terms and having a ball helping other people. So that's why we're doing this webinar for you, just so you can know. I said at the beginning, you're going to know that these products are safe and that they work, and then you can make money, and that will help you on things like this. And then we have trainings, and we have a Facebook page and places for customers and for business builders. So there's help out there. We're here to help you. We have a national success school in Dallas. It is phenomenal. Once you get there, you'll be locked into the company because you see the culture of our company. And then the fifth question, and then I'm done here. What's my timing? That was a great question that I had. That's what you should have. If Advocare is 24 years old, is it too late? Well, last year, the company did a study across the nation, and we have a 1% logo recognition. So if you see this logo, 1% of the people in America know what that is. And that is very encouraging for all of us, because 99% of the people don't know what this is yet. So you have a foundation laid for 24 years, and you have the opportunities just sitting here ready for the taking. So the industry is really good. Health and wellness, that's not going away, not in any of our lifetimes. So people will want what we have. Advocare is growing very, very fast. So you want to jump on before, it is too late. There's some household name things out there and it's too late for that. So I encourage you to also look at your own timing. For me, like I said, I was 30, I was completely broke. If I look back to 25, I was completely broke, and 35 was coming, and nothing was going to change if I didn't change. So you have to be honest with yourself and what you're looking for. But I encourage you to get back with the person that put you on this webinar. Obviously, whatever you do is totally up to you, but I would encourage you to get back with them. And let me click this so I don't screw this up. Okay, I got it. Get back with the person who invited you on here, and just have a conversation with them and let them know, and they all know that if you're seeing this, that they can reach out to Jill or I, and we can help you guys with anything that we can help you with. So, hey, thanks for getting on here, and I wish you luck.